My wife's phone autocorrected coming home late to coming home to late. She didn't notice, but I did. It was a nothing text on a Tuesday evening. Coming home to late, don't wait up for dinner. I almost scrolled past it, but phones learn your patterns. If her phone automatically inserted to after coming home, she'd been typing that phrase often enough for it to stick. Coming home to whom? Sarah had been working late a lot recently. 3, sometimes 4 nights a week. She'd come home tired, shower immediately, fall asleep before I could ask about her day. I told myself it was just a busy season at work. Now I was counting backward, trying to remember when the late nights started. Almost 2 years. I started paying attention after that. The way she angled her phone away when texting, the calls she took in the other room. I checked our phone bill one night while she was in the bath. Found the same number appearing dozens of times, some calls lasting hours. All during times she said she was working. I waited until she was in the shower and went through her phone. The messages were all to one contact saved as Mom, with a red heart emoji. My confusion doubled. Sarah's mother died in college years before we met. She told me on our 3rd date, cried, showing me the only photo she still had. Who was Mom in her phone? I opened the thread. 2 years of messages. Coming home to you today. Had a rough week. Need to see your face. Brought your favorite flowers. I know you don't remember, but I love you. That phrase stopped me cold. I know you don't remember. Photos she'd sent of flowers, of homemade food in containers. Responses that were sporadic and confused. Short phrases. Sometimes just emojis. Whoever this was didn't have a firm grip on conversation. I followed her the next Tuesday. She drove north into a part of town I didn't know. Turned into a parking lot. The sign said, Sunrise Memory Care, a dementia facility. She went inside carrying flowers and a small bag. Didn't come out for 2 hours. I walked in and asked who my wife was visiting. The receptionist smiled warmly. Oh, you must be the son. We've heard so much about you. She's in room 12 with your mother. Room 12. The room where I'd put my mother 2 years ago when the dementia got too bad to manage. The room I'd visited 3 times before I stopped coming because watching her look at me like a stranger was destroying me from the inside. Sarah was sitting beside the bed holding my mother's hand. Mom was asleep, smaller than I remembered, frailer. Sarah was talking softly about her day, the weather, nothing and everything the way you do with someone who might not understand but deserves the words anyway. She looked up when I opened the door, shock, then fear, then something like relief. How long? I asked. She didn't pretend to misunderstand. Since 3 months after you stopped coming. I visited once just to check on her. She thought I was a nurse at first. Then she started calling me by her daughter-in-law's name. She remembered having one. Just forgot she'd already met me. Sarah looked at my mother's sleeping face. I couldn't leave her alone. She kept asking for her son. I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to feel guilty. I know how much it hurt when she stopped recognizing you. The affair I'd been so certain about. My wife had been coming here twice a week for 2 years, watching my mother disappear piece by piece, never saying a word because she was protecting me from my own shame. The texts, I said, coming home to you. She nodded. I send one before every visit. I know she can't read them. Her phone's in a drawer at the nurse's station. I just like telling her I'm on my way. I sat on the other side of my mother's bed, took her hand for the first time in 2 years. She asks about you almost every visit, Sarah said softly. I show her pictures of our wedding and she cries. She knows she loves you even when she can't remember why. My mother woke an hour later, looked at Sarah and smiled, called her sweet girl, then looked at me, brow furrowed. She didn't recognize me, but she squeezed my hand and said, you have kind eyes. Are you a friend of my son's? I said yes. That was enough. I visit every week now. Sometimes Mom knows me, mostly she doesn't, but Sarah was right. She knows she loves me even when she can't remember why. My wife taught me that. The woman I almost accused of betrayal because of an autocorrect. The woman who'd been coming home to my mother for 2 years while I couldn't face her. I saved her number in my phone now, not as Sarah, as home, because that's what she is.